And new this morning, there is a march on Washington later today to raise awareness about the difficulty for young people to find summer jobs. Last year, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reported that just more than half of people looking for a summer job could not find one. Joining us today to talk about the National Rally and March for Youth Investment is Congressman Bobby Rush. Thank you very much for coming in. Good to see you, too.
It's good seeing you.
Thanks
so much.
I know this is a topic near and dear to your heart. I want to talk about your House resolution in just a moment.
Sure.
But let's talk about today's march and rally. What can you tell us about it?
Well, today we're bringing young people in from all across America, from Illinois, from Mississippi, from various points, including Washington, D.C. We want them to petition their government to provide adequate funding for summer jobs. I have a bill that's pending in the Congress. It's called Saving America's Youth, a Youth Employment Act. Say yeah. And the purpose of this bill is to provide $9 billion for summer jobs and for year-round jobs. America's youth need to be employed. When you and I were young, we had an opportunity to work part-time while we were in school, to get good jobs or decent jobs. And that's the problem that America's youth are suffering with and have suffered with for many, many years now. Crime is on the increase. In Chicago, the weather is getting warm. So that means that there's getting ready to be a spike in violent crime. In D.C., it's already happened. There's the Washington Examiners indicated that their crime is up 10% among young people. This is repeated all across the nation. And simply because young people are idle, they don't have anything to do, they have no investment. So we want to invest in our young people so that our young people can invest in the future of this nation.
This is a problem that's been seemingly getting worse over the last few years. It's a problem that people here in Washington are used to. The Youth Summer Jobs Program used to be very strong. It's been tougher during the last couple of years. Why is it taking longer, do you think, for the job market for young people to bounce than it is the overall statistics? Those are slow in coming as well, but it's particularly difficult for the young people.
Normally jobs for young people trail regular employment upwards turns by months, if not years. And so what's happening now is that our economy is slowly recovering in terms of jobs. In urban areas, it's much slower, and among youth, it's much, much slower. So we need to take the youth out of this formula and really kind of focus on young people. All right, not to say that the adults and their fathers and mothers, but young people have a specific problem that if they are idle, then they're going to get involved in some activities that are extra legal or illegal, and a lot of them will. And so we have to try to harness that youthful energy and invest in them and make it much more make them more productive citizens.
So let me ask you this, though. Your bill seeks to fund jobs for young people up to the tune of $9 billion. Right. But these are tough times, and everyone's talking about cuts. We got to save money here. We got to cut money here. Isn't that, I think most people would agree basically with what you're saying, but isn't that a tough sell in this economy, particularly to your brothers in Congress?
But it's tougher. It's a tougher situation to be in when you have literally in our urban areas tens of thousands of young people who have nothing to do, so they're involved in illegal activity, crime and violence and drugs. It's much tougher. We're asking them to tough it out with no help. And I don't think that that's correct. We need to prioritize. Some of these cuts, I can understand some of these cuts. I am for some of these cuts. I am for cutting the waste in the defense budget. I am for bringing our troops home. We need to cut not necessarily the aid to the troops, but we need to cut in other areas. But we also need to prioritize. We need to cut our youth in rather than cutting them out. They need some help right now, and I think that this march is going to demonstrate that they want to work, they believe in America, they think that they have a future, but they want America really to invest in their future. And that's the purpose of the march, and we want to, and that's the way it's always been, in terms of how you get things done. And I'm so proud of these young people. I'm so proud of the National Coalition for Life, which is really sponsoring this, and the Coalition for Economic Justice, which is really sponsoring this march. Because what they're doing is they're teaching our young people, in order to make government respond to you, you have to make government respond to you, and you have to take responsibility.
Well, the march and the rally take place today downtown. There's the information about it from 1 o'clock until 4 o'clock. March begins at the U.S. Department of Education, and we'll have more information on that on our website, including how it's going to affect traffic at myfoxdc.com. Congressman, thank you for coming in. It's good to meet you. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. We'll see you again sometime. Allison.